Let's check in with CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who is also the editor of CoinDesk's The State of Crypto newsletter. Good morning, Nick. So we have this new Fed report that is basically repeating warnings about stablecoins. It's often said before. A senior Treasury official is saying tokens could experience dangerous customer runs, and the timing is incredible because we are seeing TerraUSD, UST, losing its peg. Good timing.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, this report was published yesterday. It came out at around 4 o'clock. At the time, UST was loosely guessing, I think it was trading around 90 something cents. And then, after the report came out, it plummeted to, below 85 cents, below 82 cents.
Going all the way down to 60 cents.
The timing was coincidental, but yeah, it's had a rough night. But what's really, getting me is this report is a biannual report. It comes out every 6 months, and clearly there's a lot of thought and effort that has to go into it. So the timing is largely purely coincidental, and I imagine that the authors of this report probably feeling pretty good about themselves right now. But as you said, this is not the first time they've warned that stablecoins are subject to run risks, and it's part of this the report itself is looking at broader financial stability risks to the U.S. and the globe. So, if we're looking at UST's collapse last night as a potentially broader risk to the larger crypto ecosystem, then we are seeing this report kind of vindicated. We're seeing that what happens to one cryptocurrency might have a broader market impact, and which is exactly what this report's warning about.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. What was the ultimate TLDR of the report itself? How would you summarize it?
Well, it's really just here to analyze and say, here are these risks that we're watching out for. Here's what might happen if those risks are executed or, they happen. But it's more of a, general, hey, FYI, this is a thing that we're looking out for. This is a thing that's happening. This is a thing that could happen, hypothetically.
Well, what's interesting is that they've often talked about these risks in relation to Tether or potentially USDC, not singling out specifically UST and algorithmic stablecoins. Do you see
the
more
report,
scrutiny perhaps into
mentions,
things like UST in the future?
I have to imagine so. I mean, you're absolutely correct. The report, yesterday's report, only mentioned BUSD, so Binance Dollar, USDC, and Tether. And, it's going off of market cap. Those are the three largest stablecoins according to the Fed, and coin market cap by volume. It's hard to say whether or not they're going to look at, something like UST, but I have to imagine it's going to make a lot more of an impact. Even if it's not explicitly mentioned, algorithmic stablecoins as a whole are probably going to have a lot more attention focused on them, simply because yesterday's event, it's not a black swan, but it is one of those things that people are going to look at, months from now and say, wow, like, remember when that happened? Even if it recovers, which at this point I don't think it has yet, it's still, a lot of people have lost money. Some people have made money trying to short it. It's going to be, something that people are going to have to take a look at and analyze and say, okay, well, how did this go wrong? And what might happen next time?